All right, guys, here is part 2 of my video, why everyone is getting fat, guys. Why everyone's getting fat. Listen, listen, everything is so easily accessible in today's society. You have everything at your fingertips. You got fast food. You got literally Netflix on your phone. Your phone is literally a camera now, right? You got Uber Eats, you got DoorDash. There's a lot of convenient things out there. It's really like, it's a different world. And kids nowadays are literally growing up in a new culture where it's cooler to sit inside, be on TikTok, scrolling on their phone, scrolling on social media. And people aren't going outside and walking. People aren't going to summer camps as much as they used to. And they even took PE out of schools. So we live in a way different environment than we did even 10, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's way easier for people to be heavier set. And like I said, in 2020, you know, what happened, the virus and all that stuff, it just sped up everything. It made everyone stay in their houses. Everyone gained weight because they were depressed. That contributed to it, of course. And then you have, you know, people thinking that because of social media, right? A lot of people are scared to be offended or scared to offend and also scared to get canceled. So they end up like lying or softening the blow, which is not the correct way to teach people about things. For example, the best way to lose fat is to exercise and eat in a calorie deficit. However, some people lose fat slowly or slower because of hormonal issues. So then in order to appease those people, people will say, hey, you can't lose fat at all because you have these issues. When in reality, they can still lose fat. It's just going to be slower, right? And then another thing that I saw was there was a 60 Minutes where it said obesity is genetic. Obesity isn't a gene. However, habits will get passed down. So you still have control of it. So we live in this society with a lot of excuses. People are scared to be held accountable, and people are really scared of the truth. Like, the truth is, if your back is big, guys, it's literally your fault. That's the truth. Lifestyle factors are the #1 thing. Even look in a nursing book. All right, if you're in nursing school, look in a nursing book. It's gonna say primary prevention, exercise, and diet. It's going to say that for almost the heart disease, the type 2 diabetes, that'll be like small. And then it'll say secondary and tertiary prevention. Secondary will usually be some kind of medication therapy, things like that. But the primary prevention to a lot of these issues, right, to gaining weight is always going to be controlling what you eat, right? Obviously, yeah, the foods are probably addictive, but you still have a choice whether you buy those foods, whether you consume those foods. You still have that choice, guys. And you got to take back control of your life and stop playing the victim. That victim mindset is what makes you gain weight and feel like you lose control of everything. The reason everyone is getting fat, guys, is because they had that victim mindset and they think everything's happening to them. They think when they drive through that fast food line, it's because it's the closest thing there. And even if they didn't eat that, they would still gain weight. When in reality, if they cooked their own food at home, they would have lost weight, right? Nobody is holding themselves accountable, and other people are scared to hold other people accountable because they're scared to get canceled. And now you got this culture of quote unquote body positivity, which is obviously ridiculous, very ridiculous, because it's just promoting obesity, which obviously is going to stress out all the doctors. When you pull up to your doctor, if you're stressing your doctor out, you're not healthy. All right. If your doctor's like, well, you have to be on this medication, that medication, that's self-neglect. How does self-neglect align with body positivity? Because the highest form of self-discipline is obviously, you know, the highest form of self-love is self-discipline. So if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not disciplining yourself, putting your future self in the best position, then you don't love yourself, right? That is not body positivity. That's body negativity. That's body sabotage. That's literally a form of abuse. All right. You're putting your future self in the worst position. You feel sluggish. You feel like shit. People treat you differently because best believe, listen, when you get lean and you're in shape, you're going to get treated differently. You're going to get treated with more respect. It's not something that people try to do. It's more innate because it's a sign of health. When you're leaner, it's a sign of health. All right. I'm not saying being lean is everything. I'm just saying if you are overweight, you have control over that. You can control that. All right. And I see way too many people lying on social media or saying it's impossible to lose weight. If this happens, this is possible to lose weight. This happens. If you control everything that you can, you control all the factors that you can, you will indeed lose weight, guys. We're in a culture where it's too much victim mindset, too much lack of accountability, and just laziness. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of keyboard warriors that will message and be like, well, I can't lose weight and I've been eating 1,500 calories for a while. And it's like you ate 1,500 calories for 3 days and expected results. First of all, you're impatient, you're expecting instant gratification. Another thing is you sit around all day and you don't hit the gym consistently. And you don't walk consistently. And even when you're eating those 1,500 calories, it's still included fast food. So there's too much fast food, all right? There's not enough moving around. And there's definitely not enough people in the gym being consistent in the gym. Every time I see someone in the gym and they're struggling with losing fat, at least they're in the gym, you know, they're working towards it, but it's always their nutrition, right? So you have a lot of different factors. People just aren't doing the basics. The basics, listen, if you're watching this and you're like, damn, I really want to lose fat, man. Really want to lose fat. I'm feeling inspired. Okay. Be in a calorie deficit, guys. For the last time, be in a calorie deficit. All right, fasting isn't gonna, like, fasting doesn't work if you're not in a deficit. Carnivore diet doesn't work if you're not in a deficit. So there is no magic pill or no magic specific diet. Just be in a calorie deficit, eating high protein, strength train, and get more steps. That's all you have to do. Very, very simple. Now, the problem is being consistent with it. Your mind plays tricks on you. You self-sabotage, all of these things. That's why you got to make it as realistic as possible. So start with working out on your off days. Start with not eating as much fast food. Keep it very simple. That's it, guys. All right. I'm tired of seeing all these big backs. It's summertime. Tighten up. Tighten up.